Hello, everyone. Welcome back again to another edition of What's Happening Now with CNI Solutions. As always, remember to like, share, and comment on this broadcast live. There could be some information here not only useful to yourself, but useful to probably a family, friends, or so forth. Tonight's broadcast is being brought to you by Hello Guest Screen. Hello Guest Screen offers an easy way to personalize your Airbnb properties, TV screens with a custom image and dynamic calendar events. We use it here at CNI Solutions as well in our main classroom. It works out great for us. As you can see, you don't have to be an Airbnb to use it. You can be any type of business to use it, and that's how we do it here. Coming up for community events that we have our 7 and 7 community baby shower still coming up. That's going to be in May. Tentative date is going to be May 26th. If you are looking to donate, support, provide items, if you want to provide monetary support, please reach out to CNI Solutions. You can go to our website, www.cni-solutions.org. Go to events page and you'll see the community baby shower and where you can go ahead and donate with the QR code, or you can go to our donate button and you can hit donate there as well to support. Brittany, we had an eventful week and an eventful day so far. We was downtown with Kenny Aniston at the Leaderships Conference. Lerner, what did you think about that?
I thought Mr. Anderson was shooting a lot of shots at me. I did not expect to go in and walk out with as much education that I received on that, especially when it comes to the topic at hand that he had, which was basically conflict resolution.
Right.
But not within somebody else, but within myself, to help alleviate those conflicts that I do deal with and I do have on a daily basis, whether it's personal or business. So it really made me take a good look in the mirror and realize, hey, you don't help these situations no more than the person who you're having these situations with. So I applaud Mr. Anderson for that because I definitely needed it.
Right. For those here in the area, he hosts these workshops every first Wednesday of the month. They are free. You just have to pre-register for them. I suggest and highly recommend anyone who has that time at their lunch hour to go down there and take part in that. I'm telling you, it's an amazing event. It's full of good people. It's a great networking opportunity as well. So tonight in the studio, we have a very special guest. We have with us Mr. Nelson McLeod. He is the managing partner of Beyond Trash. Nelson, welcome, sir.
Hey, guys. How y'all doing?
All right. So talk to us a little bit about Beyond Trash.
Well, Beyond Trash is a new-to-market waste management company, waste collection company. We don't like to use waste management for the obvious reasons, but waste collection company in the commercial space. So our goal is to kind of be the more eco-friendly and customer-centric and cost-effective waste management solution for small and medium-sized businesses.
Okay, so and you and I, we were doing a little bit of talking behind cameras earlier. You guys are the only minority waste management company in this area. Is that correct?
Absolutely. I did a little research before we came to market. I think there are some guys that do roll-offs, the larger dumpsters that are Black-owned, but as far as like weekly pickup services, we're the only minority, probably this side of Birmingham, if not the entire state.
Wow, that is amazing. So I gotta ask, we got a group of management partners here, all went to college. I think y'all went to A&M, right? Y'all went to A&M.
A&M in Oakwood.
In Oakwood University. Shout out to Oakwood, OU. All right. So my question is, how does these intelligent minority men and women come from these prestigious schools go into waste management? How's that happen?
Well, I gotta give a shout out to my partner Shadid. He's kind of the head of this thing, and he actually graduated from A&M and went into waste management, working for the company for 10, 12 years or so. And he was the regional manager over the state of Ohio, and he kind of learned the business from top to bottom. So, and saw that there was a big opportunity as far as, waste sanitation in that space. Another company recruited him from there, and they hired him as director of operations, I think is his title. And from there, I think he wrote their operations manual. So at that point, you have to understand the business inside and out.
Mm-hmm.
And his family wanted to relocate back to the South.
Okay.
And I think that, if there's ever a time to try to start a new business, and if there's ever a place to try to start a new business, it's Huntsville with the growth that we're having. So he reached out to me, and, I've been in sales for, 15, 20 years in various spaces, small business, government sales, and things of that nature. So if he has a product, there's no doubt in my mind that I can sell it as long as it makes sense.
Well, I tell you what, folks, I like that. I like that. He said if he has a product, there's no doubt in my mind I can sell it. That is outstanding. That is outstanding. So how many of y'all are there currently right now?
We are a small team of 5 people.
Okay.
So
well, it ain't that small. I mean, that's more than 2.
That's
So okay. Well, go ahead.
We're a small team of 5. Shadid, myself, his wife Letitia, his brother Shadid, and then our friend Mike.
Wow.
So we all together. Of course, he grew up with his brother, and he and his wife has been married for close to 20 years. But he and Mike were friends in high school. I met Shadid in '99, so it's a long tenured thread of relationships that we have.
Right. It's almost like a family. It's
definitely family.
You're part of the family. Yeah, you're part of. Hey, Shadid, you heard that right? You better make sure Nelson is getting invited to the cookouts, to the Christmas parties, the birthday parties, anything that y'all are doing. He better be there, right?
No, his mother is my mother.
Okay.
Outstanding.
She know when I see her, I call her mom.
Okay.
That is outstanding. I love that. So before Beyond Trash came about, what was life like for you?
For me, I've been in sales, like I said, in various spaces for the last 20 years. Even before I got my degree, I was selling stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been mostly in the telecommunication space. Started with consumer sales and drifted over into I worked with Cricket Wireless for a while. I helped bring that to market here in Huntsville. So all the equipment stores that are here, I opened up.
Okay.
And then I went to small business sales from there, and then from there into government sales. And that's where I was at until I parted ways with that company in August. And then we started working on this probably around October. So God works in mysterious ways.
So you have a well-proven track record here. I can see why Shadid said, yeah, we need you to make some sales for us.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've been around, and I'm an extrovert, so just me in networking in combination with my work spaces, I know a lot of people, so that always helps.
So how difficult has starting this business been for you guys? You're moving into a space that is normally dominated by big corporations who are throughout the states, across the country like this. How difficult has that been for y'all to find your footprint in there and get in there?
Well, not as difficult as you might think.
Okay.
Because at this point, trash is kind of looked at like a utility, if that makes sense. So you feel like you got to have it. So it's like water, it's like electricity. So you don't see Huntsville utilities commercials. You don't see, Harvest Monrovia water commercials.
Right.
So we're fashioning ourselves as like the fly trash company.
Okay.
So we're adding a marketing element to it. We're adding, social media element to trash, which are things that you've never seen before. Mm-hmm. So we're adding a little competitive nature to that space.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people look at those bills and really know what they're paying, because they feel like you have to pay it kind of like, your water and your light bill.
Right.
So now our objective is to kind of get people to take a look at their bills, realize that you can get this service at a better price than you've already been paying for it. Mm-hmm. And that's what's been paying off for us.
Okay. So I'm not even too sure who I have for trash. I don't know if it's Madison County or not, but are y'all restricted from certain areas in the city or the county where you're allowed to do services at?
So we only do commercial.
Okay, so y'all just do commercial
we
properties.
don't do residential at all, and
Got it.
I have no desire to do so. So ours is commercial only. So we have dumpsters that start at 4 yards. So 4 yards, 6 yards, and 8 yards are what we have now. And the size you need really depends on how much trash you produce weekly. And we do, once a week pickups. We do every other week pickups, and we do multiple days per week pickups.
Okay, all right. We got a question out here from one of the guests that says, "What are your fees for pickup and delivery?"
That depends on the size of the dumpster and how frequently you need it picked up. So if you tell me what kind of business you have, and I can kind of get an idea what how much trash you produce, then I can make a recommendation on what size dumpster you need and how often you might need that dumpster empty.
Okay,
So give us a call, 256-900-2104.
Oh, man, it got a little jingle to it, 2104.
And we can definitely get you a quote.
Outstanding. So I know, and I'm glad that you mentioned the type of trash that y'all deal with, because one of the big misconceptions with small businesses, they don't understand when they go into business and they rent a space and say like a strip mall or something like that. They don't realize that they're supposed to provide their own trash can.
Right. Well, it depends on the landlord.
Right.
So
unless the landlord does it, but most times each business has to have their own cans.
Own trash. Right. And then so we provide that same service. We get a lot of shopping centers where there are 4 or 5 different trash cans behind the building.
Right.
So my goal is to kind of come into those spaces and try to get everybody on one accord, because you probably would just rather have one truck driving behind your business versus 3 or 4 of them. It just kind of helps with uniformity. It looks better. It has more curb appeal if all of the dumpsters are the same, and so that's kind of, I'm working deals. If you have 4 or 5 different businesses, if everybody can agree and say, hey, we're going to all go with Beyond Trash, then we provide some sort of bundle discount for all of those businesses in that strip.
All right, I like that. I like that, because one can argue in this. It's not like we're talking about restaurants. It's not like we're talking about clothing. Some would say it's trash.
It's trash.
It's trash. Why do I need to go with Beyond Trash when I got whoever this is, Waste Management or what's the other one? Republic or something like this is trash. So one of the things we teach in our entrepreneur courses, we talk to them about being different. How are you going to stand out from everybody else like this? So you got the bundle thing package going on. What else will make Beyond Trash stand out from Republic or Waste Management, whoever else is out there?
Well, one, we're locally owned. So, you can call that number, 256-900-2104, and somebody that has equity in this company is going to answer the phone. So if you have an issue that needs to be resolved that's not a part of normal day-to-day routine, you're talking to somebody that can make a decision. You don't have to be connected to another person, or somebody's not going to have to call you back within 24 hours. You have that luxury. You need an extra pickup during the week. You've had a busy week or something like that. You're talking to somebody that can actually make a decision and say, hey, you know what? Based on your circumstances, we're going to go ahead and we're going to send a truck out to pick up for you one more time, and we're not going to charge you this time, or we're going to charge you half price and things of that nature. So just being a boutique company allows us the maneuverability to be able to do things like that.
I tell you what, I love that. I'm going to capitalize on that. I'm going to go to this question that says, is there a contract or word of mouth for a business?
We do 1-year contracts. If you just don't want a contract, then that's something that we can negotiate as well. Word of mouth, we do have a referral program that we're working on now. So if you're a customer and you refer another business and they sign up, then we're going to do something. We haven't quite finalized what it's going to be yet, but it's probably going to be something like a discount on your next month's bill or something like that, just to spread the word that Beyond Trash is the new wave.
Right. So I tell you what, one of the things I like what you said, and to go back to that, you said if I dial that number, I'm going to get somebody on the phone who can make a decision for me. I don't have to wait like, oh, well, you got to wait for my supervisor to come in or my manager to come in and find out we can send another truck back out there and do another dump. I like the fact that when I call there and someone picks up and I'm able to talk to them, they says, Mr. Fry, don't worry about it. Truck will be there in about 2 hours to come dump your stuff again. That is outstanding. And I love that about that, because that is something different that you don't get from big companies like Waste Management. Like, oh, well, hold please. Like this, right. Tommy, there's somebody on the line wants you to do another run. Are we doing that? Well, you got to ask Jeff about that. And with you guys, whoever I'm talking to is going to give me that answer right then and there, and I ain't got to be on hold, and I can get a resolution. That is awesome.
Absolutely. We've been dealing with people that have had some of our other competitor services, and they wanted to switch to us, and they haven't even been able to get the understanding of what their cancellation fees are, if there are any, what the termination fees are, if there are any, how long it's going to take for them to come pick up the old dumpster.
Right, right.
It's just the communication is more difficult the larger the company gets. So
right.
A lot of us find comfort in being able to speak to somebody that you can get the answers from in one phone call.
Right.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Sure you don't want to do residential? Because listen, when you said that, like Mr. Fry, my eyebrow went up, because I've had difficult times where the trash people have rode past the house and not pick up the trash because of obstruction. Right. And then calling, oh, well, let me get this over to the supervisor. Somebody give you a call back. And then it's literally 2 hours later. And now they're home parking their trucks because they've been out all day. And I still have trash sitting out until tomorrow or maybe next week.
Right.
Yeah,
we got another question up here. Nelson, it says, how long you been in business and what are some of your disadvantages in the trash business?
We started this about October. So believe it or not, our first truck rolled about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, we have about 20 dumpsters in the field. We have about 5 or 6 that are going to be delivered this week. The disadvantages are probably right now, the problem that I'm having is just getting the people to cancel their service. If I don't have a rapport with the customer, right, and I come and I tell you, look, I'm going to save you $100 a week or $100 a month, I'm sorry, on your trash service, that sounds amazing, but you have to cancel your old
right.
company. And now when you call the old company and say, hey, I want to cancel, they're going to say, why? And then you say, because I'm going to save $100 a month with this new company. And they just say, okay, well, I will just discount your bill $100 a month. You just signed this new 2-year contract. And a lot of businesses don't want to deal with the hassle that comes along with the switch. So just trying to overcome that objection, establishing rapport with people and say, if the business really cared about you, then they would have already been $100 cheaper. Don't wait until you get ready to walk out the door.
Right.
And now they want to pull you back, say don't go, so I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'll be better. They should have been better the first time.
Outstanding, because we see that a lot at? We see that a lot in cell phone companies.
Absolutely.
Cell phone companies, man, they got you by they got you. They don't want to let you go. They got this thing and they says, no, don't leave us. Stay with us, please. But that is excellent. And you got a good point there. They will do whatever they can to keep that old customer. But I guess being the sales and marketing person that you are, you're going to be a little bit more smarter than them. It's like, hey, not only are we going to have it at that price, but you're going to get to talk to me.
Right.
You're going to get to talk to someone who can make decisions for you. And like this, you're not going to be put on hold. You're not going to have to wait. You're not going to have to get a certain supervisor or customer service. You're going to talk to us. You're not going to get an answer machine. You will talk to us. If it's between the business hours,
right,
you're talking to one of us.
Absolutely.
Period. And I think that is outstanding. So
I think there's a value to customer service. So that's one of the things that I've always prided myself on. So I came from the cell phone industry.
Right.
So that's where the majority of my experience came from. So I understand that, and I understand that that's also a lost art, customer service. So that's one of the things that we pride ourselves on at Beyond Trash.
I was watching a TikTok the other day. For all those who are watching, y'all know I'm an avid TikToker, and I do a lot of TikTok posting. But one of the things on there, it was talking about a young man. A young man was talking about he had an appointment to go see the barber, and the appointment, when he got there, the barber was like, "Oh, you're next, right after him." But it was his appointment time,
right?
And I felt the guy's pain, because if you made an appointment and I'm supposed to be there at 10:30, don't tell me when I get there at 10:30, oh well, I'll get you after I get him.
That defeats the point of making
at the feast of point of making an appointment.
He said he waited an additional hour and a half
Right.
before he actually got in the chair.
The customer service, and to all those business owners out there watching, small business owners out there watching my class, if you're watching this, it is important to deliver what you promise. All right, it is important because just like Nelson and Beyond Trash here, if Nelson says, "Hey, Mr. Fry, thank you for signing up. Your trash can will be delivered by 2:00 on Thursday." Guess what Mr. Fry is looking for? I'm standing in the spot at 2:00 when my can is supposed to be delivered. And if it don't show up, I'm like, man, why you do me like that?
Right.
You know, and then it's going to make you look bad as a business. So make sure you're always delivering what you promise. So and dealing with the trash, and you said you're up to how many dumpsters now?
In the field or
in the field?
In the field, we have about 20. We have about 5 that are scheduled to be delivered this week, and probably this month so far we have an additional maybe 6 that are scheduled further. What's going to be your range? Are y'all going to stick to the Madison County, or are y'all going to go beyond Madison County to Limestone, to Jefferson County? How far out will you guys go? Right now, we have our permits are with the Madison County landfill. We have had some inquiries in Athens and Decatur. If it becomes something that's feasible, we will, initially go out and service those areas and bring the trash back to Huntsville. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but eventually we'll get permits in those areas once the customer base is subsidizing.
Okay, all right.
And we're also getting into the roll-off space, so that's our next phase.
Okay.
So we'll be able to service construction, demolition, all of those sites with the larger dumpsters as well.
Outstanding. You got a pamphlet here, and I was looking at it. I know y'all probably won't be able to see it because it's green and it's going to bleed out. But who came up with the name Beyond Trash? How did that come about?
That was Shadid's brainchild. I can't take credit for it, but I like it because we don't plan on just staying in the trash space.
Okay.
Like I said, the roll-offs.
Right.
We have a future plan of getting into mobile bathrooms. Not to give too much insight into our business plan, but the mobile bathrooms, which are nicer porta potties, not just the little one stall things, but we want to get into the ones with the mirrors and the lights and the.
Oh yeah. See now you talking my language, because Mr. Fry just don't use any old bathroom out there in public, dog. I can't do it, folks. I'm sorry, I can't do it. You ask anybody in my family, if you ask it, does Mr. Fry ever use a gas station bathroom? I'll find me a hotel in a minute when I'm traveling. And there's a Hilton. Let me pull off for a second. Talk about, do you need gas? Nope, I need the bathroom. But that is awesome. I love that. Where are you guys at? Are y'all going to be doing any hiring soon?
So eventually, we're going to need another driver soon here.
Okay.
That is probably going to be the first position that we do hiring for. I don't know when that'll be. Maybe a month, 2 months out.
Okay.
That's going to be what we'll need initially, and it'll probably be a while before we'll need any additional admin. I might hire my son over the summer.
Right.
To help do some data entry and things like that. But
ain't nothing like that child labor, boy. I tell you, I love that child labor.
The way he said that, I'm gonna hire my son, but he looked over here at me. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
Little text
right.
Okay.
Oh yeah. We got it. I love that. Folks, those you are watching, if you heard that, you seen it. If someone out there's got them a CDL, because I'm sure they're gonna need a CDL, correct?
Absolutely.
If you got the CDL, now's the time to start, putting that bug in Nelson's there, like, hey, when y'all are ready, I'm here. I got a CDL. Don't forget me. Leave that phone number for me, I think, and everything. So when he said, you know what, I had a young man or a young lady that called me last month, right after that live, and said, hey, I'll be willing to drive for you guys. Just let me know when y'all ready, and we're ready now. And that give you that edge, hopefully it'll give you that edge. Who knows? He might find someone behind, or maybe make his son get a CDL. I don't know. All right. But hey, I tell you what, I love what you guys are doing. I love the fact that you guys are coming into a space that's normally predominantly ran and managed by larger groups. And I like the fact that y'all are personal with the business. It's not an answer machine. It's not a service. It's not, you got to wait. That right there means a lot. And I capitalized that on that, ladies and gentlemen, because coming from teaching entrepreneurship and seeing so many business out there, you know, I scan and I listen to a lot of stuff. And when I heard that, I'm like, that makes me want to get a trash can. That makes me want to do that. You know, we got another couple questions out there. We've got a few questions out there. It says, did you have to get approval or authorization from the city to compete with municipal waste management? Oh, man, I hadn't thought about that.
That's an amazing question. So we don't have to compete with municipal because they only do residential. So
there's no city that does commercial space?
No, unless they have those like regular residential type dumpsters. But anytime you get into the commercial size, 2 yard and bigger, then those are all private companies that handle those. Okay. So we didn't need authorization. We got our.
Hey, yeah, you done learned me something today. All right. Says another question we got here says, do you have your own landfill location or do you share the cities?
No, we share the cities and we pay them per ton and a monthly fee for access to their landfill.
Okay. All right. And last question we got here says, how many trucks do you have in your company's fleet?
I love these questions. We have 4 right now. So
okay.
That stands to grow once we, like I said, once we get into the roll-off space. So we'll need a separate truck to be able to move the roll-offs because that's a different type of vehicle. So hopefully that happens, before the end of the year.
I tell you what, Nelson, and all you co-owners out there from Beyond Trash, I tell you one of the reasons why I love this concept and this idea so much. I love it so much because so often we always see our people at the back of the truck dumping the trash, not our people owning the trucks, picking up the trash. And I love that. I love seeing that. And it does my heart good. It makes me feel good. I really do. It makes my heart feel good. We got another question out here from a viewer. It says, do you have to have any special licenses to operate your business?
You have to have solid waste material permits. So we're not moving hazardous waste. That's a separate license. We didn't need that one. So if we get into that space, we would need to get a different permit or license. But right now, it's just solid waste removal permits.
Okay. All right. Cool. Do you ever run into a problem? And I see it around here. People just dumping things that they should not be dumping in there.
It's a problem I'm sure we're going to run into. But we're literally tomorrow will be our second dumping day. Right. So like I said, we're fairly new to the space. We haven't had any situations with hazardous waste just yet.
Right.
But if it happens, then we address those concerns, on a case by case basis. But hopefully people understand the difference between these dumpsters and a dumpster that supports hazardous waste.
And the reason why I asked that, because I vividly remember one time seeing somebody, don't know why, they actually put a refrigerator in the dumpster. And I'm like, I'm sure that's not supposed to go in that.
It's absolutely.
I'm sure that's not supposed to go in that. So when you do come across something like that, how will you handle that? How will y'all address that?
I don't know. I probably would have to defer to Shadiq. He has the 20 years experience.
So hey, Shadiq, sound like you're gonna have to put that inside one of your policies.
Yeah,
how do you address when someone dumps a refrigerator into one of y'all dumpsters before y'all go to take it off? Like this, that is excellent. Hey, I love it. I love it. All right, is there anything you would like to share with the viewers or the audience before we proceed to close?
Well, one, thank you all for having me on. This is an awesome production. This is an awesome setup, and I think the cause is worthwhile. Thank you all for the questions, and hopefully you guys will just take a look at your trash bill if you're a small business or medium-sized business. I know that the market right now is kind of turbulent and things are becoming more and more expensive. And this may be a space where you might be able to save a couple of dollars. You probably have never looked at that bill. Once you look at it, give me a call, 256-900-2104, or send us an email, info@beyondtrashllc.com, and let us see if we can save you some money on what you thought was a utility. And we're definitely flexible as far as pricing goes. If you have multiple sites, like I said, we do bulk site discounts. So just give us a call. Let's talk. We're friendly. See the smile. So let's see if we can work together or partner in some kind of way. We also do events. You know, I'm in negotiations to do the Old School Festival.
Okay,
so
great.
Those guys are watching and see this and say, let's go ahead and work with those guys. A couple of apartment complexes that we've been in negotiation with to try to get them on board as well. So
okay,
good luck. Thank you all for having me.
We do have one last question we want to catch. It says, do you do solid waste only, or could you dispose of cooking oils from restaurants as well?
The used cooking oil is a different space. So they have special trucks. They have those special containers, the grease traps,
right,
that are behind the restaurants, and they have different people that come and get those up. I am in the process of doing research to figure that out, though. So don't give up on me. If that's a space that you're interested in having us support, send me an email. I promise you, I'm looking at that because you're not the first person to ask me about it.
I tell you what, if you can definitely get me some more of these and bring them here to C&I Solutions, because I'm going to make sure that I give these to everyone in my class who comes through, and to all of my associates and colleagues that I know who are using commercial dumpsters. I'm going to say, hey, you might want to take a look at these guys and patronize them to what you're doing, because you probably get a better rate, and you're definitely going to get a better customer service coming from them. Because I tell you what, I love what you guys are doing. I love it. I appreciate you for coming in and taking this time with us. All right. All right.
Homemade, this big homie.
Hey, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we do got our 7 and 7 baby shower coming up next month in May. There's still time to donate for that. If you had any gently used, and I emphasize gently used baby items that you want to donate, you can send them to 1035 Putman Drive, Suite F. If you also just want to donate monetarily, you can go to our website, www.cni-solutions.org, and go to our donate page, and you can go ahead and donate, and you can put in there what your donation is going to go for, or if it's going to be in representation of someone. As always, remember, your yesterday is not your today, and your today is not your tomorrow. Good night.